Breaking ball hit through the hole and into left for a base hit. Arroyo comes up. They're sending the runner to the plate. The throw cut off. The relay to the plate. The tag. They got him. What a relay. Arroyo to Claudio to Riley. And the Rex get out of it. The relay throw was on a dime. Galloway, top of the key. On the right wing outside the arc. Now goes to this near side with Leal. Feeds the post to Renew. Kick out, corner three. Goody, nylon. 2-point game. That one's hit well into center. Ranging back, Wilkeson towards the track. Has a beat. She makes the catch. She crashes against the wall, holds on to the softball, and that ends the inning. Now long ball forward looking for Weiss. Mahalik has a chance. Right-footed shot. It's two. In a blink of an eye. The Prospect League Home Run Derby champion. First game with that honor bestowed upon him. First pitch, breaking ball, high and deep to left field, towards the water park to left. A cannonball from Wally Diaz. Watch yourself on the slide, my goodness. It's like he never left the Derby. Now back to Smith, trying to make something happen. Mismatch with Ballo, kicks to the far right side to Lawyer, drives in himself, stuffed and grabbed by Anthony Leal, jump ball. 53-47, Galloway guarded by Skulljack. Double comes, throws into Ballo at the free throw line, loses the handle as he charges in, but he is fouled. Another bail for the Hoosiers. There have been several of those, and that's really been the difference.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. At the end of the first half, when that pass down low from Gallo to Renew, that was a foul that led to an extra point. That was a late whistle there, but it goes in favor of the Hoosiers. And now both teams with 3 fouls and 3 timeouts left with 11 minutes left in this one.
Inbound goes to Goody. Galloway off the handoff, runs in, goes, doesn't get the layup. Here's Ballo, and he'll get the layup to go with the right hand through a few bodies.
Yeah, Ballo, that's the second time today where he opted to come down with it. And he had that alley-oop earlier where he didn't slam it down, and that time, as he's going up, all in one motion, he's got to put that ball back in, but even at 4 feet still, got it down.
A giant among the trees. And whistle blows off the ball. It was Mbako a little bit too handsy with his man, and that's another needless foul this time for Indiana. 8-point Hoosier lead, 55-47. Indiana outscoring Miami by 5.5. Here's Skulljack off a screen, finds Potter, now outside the arc on the right wing to Kraft. Is working on Leal. Skulljack on the opposite side, running up against Mbako. Will have to go back out to Potter. Shot clock at 4. Hoists and makes for Skulljack. They're hitting some tough shots at Skulljack. This freshman can play.
12 points, that is a new career high after the previous was 9, and that was a shot you take with about 0.5 seconds left on the shot clock instead of 3.5.
Galloway out for Mbako. He tries a 3, no good. And Ibsaro can't save it. Didn't get the call from his teammates and ended up just sort of holding in midair and wondering what to do. And it'll be Indiana basketball under the basket. Mbako exits with Rice entering.
Yeah, Mbako 0 for 4 today. He's been pretty quiet as of late after he had the scorching hot start to the season. 33 points, obviously, 31 rather in the season opener.
Right wing with Goody, loses the handle. Elmer goes. It's 1 against 3. Falls to the ground, tripped by Galloway, and heaves the ball wide. Goody showing a bit of his frustration and taking it out on the basketball. Got a few pumps into the ground and smacks of the hand.
And Galloway kind of just tried to get his hand in there, and then once you sell out, he kind of just has his feet stuck there. And the only option is for Kraft just to go down to the ground.
And the ball, freshly saved from the punishment of Goody, has been inbounded by Ipsaro to Suter. Back to Ipsaro, wide open three, and he missed everything. Well, he had all the time in the world.
A little too much time.
Lob towards Ballo among three. He's fouled. It's a nice feed by Anthony Leal, and once again, the axe is coming down to try and chop down Ballo.
Yeah, that's Potter. Now it's almost just like, how many guys can you have in there if you're going to foul Ballo on that pass over the top? Just a second, though, on Potter.
But it'll be interesting to see how this works for Indiana against several of their teams. They've been dominant in the size department against teams like Eastern Illinois, SIUE, and even here against Miami, Ohio. It'll be interesting to see what happens when this team reaches Big Ten play next week, and then when it really starts properly in the new year, you're going to be facing a whole different breed of tall bigs in the paint. Ballo missed his first. He's 2 of 5 at the line today. His second on the way, and that one goes. So once again maintains his 50%. And a whistle blows, and a foul off the ball before the inbound. Now Indiana up to 6 fouls with 9:16 to go. They lead by 6. That could become a factor, and there's another one.
That one's on Leal. I think the one before was on Rice, and just like that, 2 gimmies. We talked about how there were some bailouts for Miami. Now it's Indiana returning the get-out-of-jail-free card. And Miami's now shooting free throws for the rest of this game, Alex. My goodness.
So just like that, they'll have several chances, you would presume, to cut down the deficit as this game gets further into crunch time. And it'll be Elmer who gets a chance to shoot the free throw. 72%, but he misses. But it's rebounded by the Redhawks. Elmer charging in. He is tripped, but he traveled. So in the end, Indiana perhaps saved of potentially 2 more free throws by the extra step.
Elmer had no idea what he wanted to do with that. Had maybe a chance at a 3, then saw a little bit of an opening, and then kind of just picked up the ball and had no idea what to do. And even though he may have been guided to the ground by a Hoosier foot, he was taking too many steps anyway. Needed a bigger bag than that.
Galloway for Indiana. Rice will take it across the timeline. Fouls by accumulation for the Hoosiers, but no one in true foul trouble. Handoff from Galloway to Goody. Back to Rice. Has a screen from Ballo. Feeds it into him at the free throw line. And all alone, Renew slams it home.
That's action. Much better from IU. They get the guards moving out to either side. They reverse it. And then Rice looked to his left, didn't find anything. And then the quick tic-tac-toe. Ballo and Renew for the easy flush.
Elmer guarded outside the arc by Renew. Now Potter at the top of the key. Will hand off to Ipsaro. Now to the right wing. Elmer tries another treble, too strong, but it bounces back right to Potter. Skip pass out. Byers the 3. That one too strong. Ballo collects a board. He's at 16 of them. Other way for Galloway. Little lob to Renew, and once again slips through the fingers. Not the day that Renew is wanted at times. He's still gotten a good 15 points. He's had several opportunities that have gone begging, and Miami are still in it, down by 8 with 8 to go. Right in the center circle, Ipsaro feeds into Byers, guarded by Goody. 10 on the shot clock. On the left wing, through Ipsaro. Rejects the screen, kicks to Kraft. He hoists a 3 off the front and out. Ballo collects yet another board. Rice to Goody, passes up the 3, and Ballo will hand off to Rice. Rejects the screen, in amongst the trees. Skip pass, Galloway, nylon. Timeout called. Listen to this place. .11 Hoosier lead, 61-50. Darren Swanson got a 1-2-3 in the second. Out here for the third with a newfound 3-1 lead against the Cape Catfish. 9-1-2 due up for the visitors. Starting with Caleb Champion, the tall, lanky center fielder for the Catfish. SEMO product. First pitch to him, a fastball outside. So he gets to play his summer ball in his collegiate ballpark at Kappaha Field. Fastball for a strike, and it's even at ones to Champion. Stands 6'4". Line from Swanson upstairs. Champion in the 9 spot, but he's not your typical 9-hole hitter. 328 with the bat. Gets on base at the highest rate of any Cape player in this lineup. As he takes a strike 2. So you want to talk about double leadoff guys. He is exactly what you look for. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him out in front. Second strikeout of the day for Darren Swanson. Turns the lineup over. Brings up Nathan Bowie. For the Rex this week is going to continue to be a busy one as that's fouled off to the left side. One of 2 doubleheaders they've got this week. In a couple days' time, they will head to Danville, finish off a suspended game, which was in the 4th inning, and then a 7-inning game to follow. Breaking ball, that's a strike to the left-handed hitting Bowie. 0-2 on him. 3-1 Rex, top of the 3rd inning. 1 away here in the frame. The pitch upstairs. So the day off, so to speak, with the rain out yesterday may have helped things a little bit in what will continue to be very hectic. Soft liner into left. That's down for a base hit off the bat of Bowie. Goes inside out. Second hit allowed by Swanson. That'll bring up Cooper Newsom. Newsom had the first hit against Swanson, who then after that retired 7 straight, if you include the productive outs that Cape would have taken with the bunt and the sac fly. Swanson from there was able to carry that momentum as Newsom takes a strike. So for the Rex, with that Springfield game knocked off, 2 against Cape today. They host Champion City tomorrow. Head to Danville for 2 on Friday as a swing and a miss by Newsom, 0-2. And then it's Cape and Danville again Saturday, Sunday, both games here at this ballpark. So a lot of green on the upcoming schedule. The 0-2 high and tight on Newsom. Schedule certainly plays rather difficult for the Rex, who, to their advantage, do not have to play for anything, at least in terms of a playoff spot. The 1-2 to Newsom. Tried to backdoor cutter, it looked like, did Swanson. It missed, and it's 2-2. Bowie on first. 4 swiped bases on the season. Held on by Wally Diaz. Swanson slide step, fouled straight back. As for Cape, again, the very similar story. They know they will host a playoff game. Play Jackson and Alton. A lot of other teams in their South Division, which has been competitive. Fly ball into deep center field. Chasing back on it right towards the track. Gives a leap. He makes the catch. He rifles it in towards first. It will not be in time for a double play. But another masterful play in the outfield for the Rex center fielder. He made a very similar catch in the opposite gap on Friday. It's just another in the collection for Gabe Wright. He gets a point out from his pitcher, Darren Swanson. thanking him for taking away extra bases. It's a loud out number 2. Brings up Cash. First pitch to him from Swanson is in the dirt. Gabe Wright makes the difficult look easy to the point where on a leaping play like that, you almost expect that he's going to come down with the ball. There's not many players you can watch and say that. Yanked by Swanson, it's 2-0. And one of the reasons the Ranks have been so good this year, the spine of their defense, which is similar to last season. The only change is at second base, has been continually superb. Fastball for a strike. It's 2-1 on Cash. A runner on first. That's Bowie. 2 away in the inning. 3-1 Rex here in the top of the third. Swanson, glove at his belt. Kicks and delivers. Hard chopper to second. Leopard gloves. An underhand flip to first. Ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and another web gem catch from Gabe Wright. We head to the bottom of the third inning here from Terre Haute. It's the Ranks 3, the Cape 1 here on the Ranks Radio Network and PLN. It's one of the biggest and best rivalries in all of college basketball. It's Indiana and Purdue for the 221st time. Here from Simon Scott Assembly Hall, home of the Hoosiers since 1971, I'm Alex Hynes alongside my good friend Cruz Martin. So glad to have you here on WIUX. It should be an electric game, Cruz. It's a basketball-crazed state, Indiana. You'll know better than anybody as someone from the state. What does this rivalry mean to everyone in the great state of Indiana?
Well, Tony, I counted 18 returners from last year. I mean, you'll know better than anyone that doesn't happen very often in summer ball. What was able to allow that to happen this year?
I just think, a lot of guys, had the opportunity to play again.
Even from practice yesterday, it felt like this team, because of how many returners there are, how many guys knew each other, it already feels like a team that's really together from day one. How does that help you get out of the gate quickly, especially with a 5-game road trip to start things out?
Yeah, I think anytime you're on the road, regardless if we have everybody on board from the last year's team or with a new team, I think it's always a tough battle.
When I asked you about where your power comes from, you said you just think, I'm Wally Diaz, nobody's better than me. Well, on Monday, you were able to do that, winning the Derby. What was the moment like when you knew you hit that last homer? Just kind of, what were you feeling?
I was feeling so excited. I was so happy.
You had 5 other All-Star teammates, all 3 of your coaches around you. Every single timeout, they were there talking to you, all surrounding you. What were they saying?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Tony, it's felt like offensively it's been feast or famine, really, and very little in between. And after those 2 losses, I guess, just what needs to change to get some consistency out of the bats?
Well, I think we needed that. I think it's a little wake-up call